Hey guys, I'm Doug Decker, Vertical Limit Fitness, here with my man Craig. He's been on a bike since he was born. So we're going to talk about performance on an air bike and how to get better performance out of every time you're getting on the air bike. Things to look for, things that are going to help you be stronger on it and even potentially faster on it and not leave you as wrecked when you get off of it, if that's possible. Craig?
So here's what every bike racer knows about how to set this bike up for peak performance and finishing fast. Number one, seat height. Virtually everyone who gets on this bike, any of these bikes in the box, your seat is too low. So we're going to show you how to set the seat to the right height at the very beginning. So Doug, if you want to climb on, you're going to be in a position where this seat is too low. So if you see, when his foot is at the bottom, he's got too much bend in his leg, and what's happening is he's leaving watts on the table. So if we get off and we raise the seat one notch, we put him back on, we measure again, there's a lot less bend in his foot, in his knee. What we don't want is for the leg to be straight out like this. We want to have a slight amount of bend in the knee. So that's the first thing you gotta fix, is seat height. And the thing to think about and remember is you're always too low.
So I know for me personally, I like to be even taller than that. I like to be at a 7 on this seat. So I can put it to a 7 and check it out.
Put it on a 7 and let's look at it. I would say that is too high for Doug because he's close to hyperextending his knee.
Who knew?
Who knew?
All right.
I would say your new magic number is a 6.
Okay. 6 it is. All right.
All right. Then when we look at fore and aft position, we want to move the arms out to the farthest distance away and measure arm length. We don't want the arms, we want the arms to basically stay straight, almost lock out, but we don't want him to be pushed forward to make his arm lock out. So seat fore and aft in this situation is probably right where it should be.
So I'm a 2.
So you're a 2,
Okay.
You're a 6 and a 2.
Okay.
All right, now, so that's setting up the bike such that we're ready to get on it and start. We're counting down, we're 10 seconds away from start. 2 more things that we need to do in order to optimize this performance. So if you get back on the bike, I'm going to set it for my small end seat height. We're going to talk about foot position on the pedal. Everybody, when you were a kid, learned to ride a bike like this with the arch of your foot on the pedal. The arch of your foot is the weakest part of your foot. And so where we're going to place our feet in order to get optimum strength and performance is the ball of your foot. So if you don't know what the ball of your foot is, take your shoes and socks off and see where your foot bends when you go like this. The thick, powerful part of your foot right behind your toes is the ball of your foot. When racers clip in on a race bike or a mountain bike, the clip position is such that the ball of the foot is on the pedal. So it's natural for me to place the balls of my feet on the pedal. It's not natural for anyone else. So if all other things are equal, and your foot is here, and my foot is here, I'm going to get to 20 watts before you do and move on to the next thing. The third thing we're going to talk about is starting pedal position. We're counting down, we're 5 seconds away. Most people wind up at 6 o'clock and 12 o'clock on the pedals. Those are the weakest power parts of the circumference that you're pedaling around. So what we're going to do is take our dominant foot. For demo purposes, I'm going to say I'm left-handed, and therefore my left foot is my strong foot. I'm going to put the pedal at about 1 o'clock with my strong foot, and what that means is that when that clock hits 0 and I start, I am powering down to start my performance. What that means is that I'm going to finish 3/100ths of a second ahead of you, and I'm going to make the Olympic team, and you're not.
That's right. They're 1/100th of a second.
They are 1/100ths of a second. So if you're right-handed, chances are your right foot is dominant. You just flip the script. You put your right foot with the ball of your foot on the pedal at the 1 o'clock position, so that when you're ready to go, when that clock hits 0, you're in the power part of the circumferential stroke. So those 3 things, actually 4, seat height, seat fore and aft, foot position on the pedal, and starting pedal position are what's going to turn you from an also-ran into an Olympic athlete on this apparatus.
And also in. That's fantastic. I love it. Thank you. Take it to heart. Use it. See how it pays off in a workout.